The problem is I have too many things going on in my head. You know, I got trucking over here, and I got politics over here, and I got all these things going on. Did you know, here's this randomly shooting in. Did you know it cost an arm and a leg? That was started before there were cameras, and people would paint a picture of you. If you wanted your likeness captured, you'd hire a painter to paint your picture. And the price of the painting would change if you would want your arms or your legs in there. You get a lot of cheap bitches. You see from here up is all they got. A lot of cheap back. I don't know what the price was, but apparently it was pretty pricey to have a.
Apparently so.
Because I mean, it was just a lot of here. That was all you had. And here's the other thing, perspective. I get this question all the time, Deborah.
What question, Robert?
Like, would you
tell me about it?
Like, so I believe in your perspective. You know, like, hey, is that a good place to work? Would you like working there? Here's what you got to know about perspective. You can take two kids, put them in the same background. They grew up in the same neighborhood. They're the same everything. These kids grew up very similar. And you could take those two same kids and you can put them in a room, each the same size room that has a table and a chair, and a giant pile of horse manure. There's a giant pile of horse manure. The rooms are identical, and the kids are from the same everything, right?
Right.
And you could go into that first kid's room and you can say, "How you doing?" He'd say, "You got me in a room that stinks, that's filled with flies. It's disgusting in here. How do you think I'm doing? This is terrible. This is completely awful. What are you doing?" And then you can go to that next room in that same exact situation and you can say, "How you doing?" And that kid could say, "Man, I don't mind here. I like horses. There's a big pile of horse manure in here, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to get to see some horses, and I really enjoy horses." It's the same exact situation, but your perspective changes everything. Now, my perspective on trucking, I love trucking. I still love what I do. And when I hear people say, "Oh, this is good and this is bad," or "How is this," or "How is that," all I really want to ask is, what's your perspective? What is your perspective on life or your job or what you do? Because your perspective can change. And you can have the same job as me and I can love it, and you can say it's the worst thing you've ever experienced in your life. So it just depends on your perspective.
It's true.
Absolutely.
It's true.
All right then.
That's good. Nice talk.
Good talk.
Peace, bitches.
Right here, cheap some bitches.
Right here.
Cheap some bitches everywhere.